Hello again, welcome back everybody to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and guess what? You cannot see me, you cannot hear me, or you can hear me, excuse me. So that means that it is time for a show and tell slash review. And this actually comes from one of my new subscribers that went back and started watching some of my earlier content from 6, 7 months ago or whatnot. And they stumbled upon one of my videos that they really liked, and they gave me the suggestion that I need to remake a video because more than likely a lot of the new people that just joined probably won't go back and watch 6, 7 months old videos. So I agreed. Plus, it was really fun to make, and so I decided to go ahead and do it. And what are they talking about? Well, there was a little bit of a craze not too long ago on doing a small kind of like an EDC bag, and they had the challenge of what can you do in an EDC bag to fit it in a small thing. And I watched several videos and all that other stuff, and I decided that I was going to have fun and I was going to build the ultimate mini EDC bag, and so I did. Now, hopefully that all fits into the camera view. But yes, as you can see, this is ginormous. I went way over the top, but that was kind of the fun in it. I wanted to see what all I can take and put into here. Did I fit everything? No, I didn't. And so I would really like down in the comments, if you can make it through this entire video, which this will probably, forewarning, be a little bit longer of a video to get through all of this stuff. But if I forgot something, or if you have a suggestion, throw it down in the comments. I'd love to do it. But without further ado, let's go and just rip into this whole thing and see. I'm going to take each and every item out of this. So, first thing is first is going to be hydration. So, all I did was I just did a slip knot right here. If I can get my fingers to work right here. There we go. So I just did a slip knot around 2 sports drinks, and I put a keychain on it. And so there we go. You can reuse the bottle after you do it, refill it with water, this, that, everything else. But I just wanted to do a easy way. Plus, if something happens, I can always take this apart and have paracord. Now, there's other ways of carrying that, but that's the way that I decided to go with this one. Now, we have this guy here. So this is a solar power bank. This does have flashlight mode, and then the cover right here, so that way you can charge it or it can charge other things. As you can see with my ring light, that it is actually picking up the light and charging. So it does actually work. Again, these are junk. Don't ever rely on these. So what is next? Let's go to this one. All right. So this is going to be just one of those rechargeable flashlights. Pull that down, do it a few times, and then you will have your actual light. So there you go. You can see that it works. So lock that back in place. I have a flashlight. Next, always got to have a writing utensil. So I have a pen. I carry a lighter that lights, so that way it's an easier fire starting method. I always carry extra paracord with me, so I have a little bit of paracord. And then I have the glow sticks here, and these are useful for a lot of different reasons, but just to throw on 4 of the glow sticks. Next is going to be, if I can get this to want to come out like it should, probably should have just took this right here off. That way you can see that too, because you can use this for a multitude of things. So there's one of those little clasps. So in here is going to be a little bivy bag. So gives me a little bit of shelter, a little bit of cover. I would say concealment, not cover. Excuse me, misspoke. A little bit of shelter, a little bit of concealment, but there we go. There is a bivy there. So moving on over to this side here, I made this pouch out of paracord. This would be extremely easy to take this apart and go through and use this, unravel it. But I use this as just a pouch. So in here is an emergency blanket. And then in here is actually wet wipes. So that way I have some toiletry items. And then, of course, my Black American flag there. And then I have a paracord bracelet right here. So that way I can hang this up if need be. Then let's get into here. So here is another paracord bracelet. Don't ever use those again. Sorry, I don't make these clasp ends, but yeah, don't ever rely on that. But you do have a whistle. You do have a ferro rod with striker, so this is a fire starting. Plus, I can use the paracord if I need to. So I have that. We already went over that one there. So let's. Does it go from the top or the bottom? I always forget. Oh, it goes on the bottom. So we unclasp that. And first up is going to be two things. One is going to be my multi-tool. I have a few of these exact multi-tools. I really like these. But it's always great to have a multi-tool, so that goes with me on this bag. Plus I have a charging device, or not device, charging wire. That goes with this, so that way I can charge anything that I need to. Next is going to be a very small, mini kind of ouchie kit or boo-boo kit. So this does have various little things in there of different band-aids, different, because it's wintertime, so this does have like cold relief medicines, just various little things. So there's some alcohol wipes. There's a little roll of gauze here in the back. Just a little kind of ouchie kit. So first aid kit, just a little minimum. Remember, this kit right here is only supposed to be a 24-hour, maybe a 72-hour bag at the very most. So we're trying not to carry absolutely everything in here, but I did try and stuff as much as I possibly can. So what is actually in the bag? Well, first is going to be a pair of gloves. Now these are lined, and so these right here would do decently well in the snow. So I have one pair of gloves. Then I have a just cotton bandana. There's multiple uses for this. You could probably actually do a whole show on just this. This is 100% cotton. You can use this for filtration, for carrying, for a multitude of things. This can be an improvised bandage or whatever you need. Multiple things. So I always throw one of these in here. Next is going to be zip ties. And yes, you read that right. Hyper Tough. That is Walmart brand. But there you go. There is zip ties. Always good to have zip ties in your kit. Next is going to be, I can get those out here, a roll of duct tape. And yes, this is just a cheap thing of duct tape, but guess what? It is tape and it will work. I can take this out and tape something to something else and it will hold. This is meant to be a small fix, not a permanent fix. This is just temporary stuff to get you through some things. So if I cut myself and I needed to take some of my gauze and put it there, take this bandana and wrap it around and use this to do a makeshift bandage, it will work. It will, okay? I know there's a bunch of other people like, oh, why don't you have Gorilla Tape? Yes, you can. Absolutely. It'll be your bag. You make it however you want. Now, in here, I put some snacks. So I have some raisins. I have some fruit snacks. So that way I have a little bit of food. And then this got a little bit more crushed. So I'm probably going to have to find a different thing. But there's a cereal bar. And then last but not least, I live in Ohio. So I have an Ohio map. This actually folds out to be pretty decent. And this gives me the different areas. So that way, wherever I'm at, I can traverse a little bit. This is not going to be a topographical map by absolutely any means. So this is not going to give me everything that a good topographical map. This is just, again, an emergency map for me. You can go and print or buy better maps, but this one right here was absolutely free for me, so that's why I did it. Again, this channel is for new prepping people. So a lot of people that are new don't have the money or not willing to invest a lot of money right off. Is there a better version of a map? Yes. If you don't want to invest with it right away, guess what? This is a map. I can read it and I can navigate with it. It will work for now. Something is better than nothing. I know a lot of you hate that term, but it is true. So there you go. There is oh, I did forget this. Sorry. You can tell that I take this camping a lot, but there it is. There is the knife right here that I use, wrapped it up in paracord. That way I can have my fire starting ability. Again, a lot of the times that you want to have redundancy, so that way I have multiple means to start a fire. And I know I'll get a few people, kind of like in the last one that I got contacted, where they were like, well, you don't have any tinder. Well, did you not see me open this up and see all the ads that are in here? I have tinder. I can use the box as tinder. There's multiple things that I can use as tinder. So, do I have absolutely everything in here that I possibly could? No. Did I try and come close? Yeah, I did. It was a lot of fun to build and a lot of fun to make. Now, ideally, if you were going to build one of these bags, this right here would be an amazing sized bag in order to do an EDC bag. Now, depending on your situation, again, you're probably going to want to have a little bit bigger bag for some people. For most people, you live and work within, let's say, 25 miles of your place. Now, again, if it is negative 20 degrees outside and 3 feet of snow, you're going to want more supplies. For the average person, spring, summer, and fall, in a large portion of the United States, a bag like this should be able to last you a minimum of 24 hours, and you could stretch it up to probably 48, depending. But in this bag right here, this would be easily get me through. Let's do it that way. This would easily get me through 3 days. It's not a whole lot of food. It's not a whole lot of water, but this gives me a good head start to get off to where I need to do. So I would have to forage for more food, obviously, and probably have to do some stuff for water, but I would be able to hopefully find water. I'd be able to purify water, boil water. I would have my flashlight for dark. I would have my knife for self-defense and for other tools. I have first aid. I did forget the whistle, but there you go. There's a little whistle. I have a really good head start. So any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'd like to know if you guys think that I forgot something, if I could substitute something, if there's something that I should definitely take out or something I should definitely put in. Let me know. If you want, I challenge you guys. Build one of these little ultimate mini EDC bags, and you can either do an ultimate one like this and just have fun and go all out, or you can try and really build the ultimate one. Find a bag about this size, a little bit bigger or whatever, build you a kit. And if you want, send me the video. The email is at the very beginning of this video. It is theruralreport@protonmail.com. And send me the video, and I'll be more than happy to share it on the channel. And I can go through it as you take it apart, and I can give you, what my thoughts are, what my opinions and everything. And it'd just be a way that we can all, as a community, share our ideas with one another. So if you guys want to take that challenge, I completely endorse it and hope that somebody does. But there you have it. So taking up enough of your time. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Without you guys, I'm just sitting here in front of a plastic little phone talking to absolutely nobody. So again, I appreciate you guys. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.